the voice of the voiceless victims, the thriving mother of marginalized communities, and the heart of every woman and member of the LGBTQ community. She is the sole Honorable Senator Risa Hontiveros. Entitled as the Philippines' first socialist woman senator, she offered herself in advocating for health and women's rights. Ana Teresia Navarro Hontiveros was born on February 24, 1966, in Manila. Her father, Ramon Pardo Hontiveros, was a lawyer, and her mother was an executive secretary. Her grandfather, José Miraflores Hontiveros, was a senator and a delegate of the 1935 Philippine Constitutional Convention. In the household, Risa and her 5 siblings were taught to have a voice and use their voice. Back in her olden days, Hontiveros was an active, passionate, and God-fearing girl. In grade school, she was a member of the Glee Club, where she performed in musical theatres. When she was 14 years old, she was one of the Von Trapp children in the Repertory Philippines adaptation of The Sound of Music, together with Lea Salonga, Monique Wilson, and Raymond Lauchenko. As she reached high school, she became an organizer in the campaign against the Bataan nuclear power plant. She was an active student seeking social issues in the country. In college, she attended Ateneo de Manila University. She was a student leader who advocates for peace and justice for impoverished individuals. She also worked as a journalist, writing on various social issues. After years of being a hard-working student, she graduated cum laude with a Bachelor of Arts degree in social sciences. As she pursued being an environmentalist, she became a licensed scuba diver. She then worked as a professional teacher while hustling together journalism. Along with her sister, Pia Hontiveros, she was a television journalist and news anchor in IBC, Headline Tressie, and GMA Network News. Hontiveros married Francisco Barraquel Jr., who was an official in the Philippine Constabulary in 1990. They have 4 children, namely Kiko, Iana, Isa, and Cinta Barraquel. In 2005, Hontiveros' husband died due to severe asthma, leading to heart attack. Left with this devastating ache, Hontiveros remained strong and continued to be the light of her 4 children. In 1988 until 1992, Hontiveros was the Secretary General of the Coalition for Peace, raising the need of establishing zones of peace to hinder violence in state negotiations. She also became the chairperson of the Reciprocal Working Committee on Socio-Economic Reforms in the Government Panel for Peace Talks with the National Democratic Front. As her dedicated spirit grew for peace, she was granted as one of the 10 outstanding young men awardees for peace and advocacy in 2001. In 2005, she was internationally nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. In 2004 until 2010, Hontiveros served as the representative of Akbayan Party List, a party list that centers social justice in the state. She filed House Bill number 1257 that boosts the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program extension with reforms, CARPA law, providing the land acquisition and distribution, LAD component, and full crop insurance coverage for the beneficiaries. In 2016, she was elected as senator and continued her term in 2022. As the chairperson of the Committee on Women, Children and Family Relations in the 17th and 18th Congress, she is passionate about fighting for social injustice and inequality the Filipinos continue to face. As she empowers flagship in the community, she refiled the SOGI Equality Bill, which promotes the rights and protection of the members of the LGBTQ community from discrimination, as well as the Divorce Bill. She also put forward the Expanded Maternity Leave Law, Republic Act 11,210, that enables working mothers to be on maternity leave for 105 days, the Mental Health Law, Republic Act 11,036, that gives significance to the mental health of every individual in the country, the Expanded Solo Parents Welfare Act, Republic Act 11861, that gives support to the solo parents, the Safe Spaces Act, Republic Act 11313, that protects individuals from harassment in public areas, the Anti-Online Sexual Abuse or Exploitation of Children Law, Republic Act 1193-0, that puts an end to online abuse and exploitation among children, and the Philippine HIV and AIDS Policy Law, Act 1166, that provides awareness, prevention, and non-discrimination. Further, Hontiveros propounded the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program, 4Ps, under Republic Act 11310, which serves as a national poverty reduction strategy and a human capital investment program that aids the poor families, boosting education, health, and nutrition aspects of every Filipino citizen. She authored and co-sponsored Senate Bill No. 1391, which ensures that all persons with disabilities, PWDs, will be automatically enrolled in the National Health Insurance Program, NCHIP. She was also one of the contributors to the approval of the revised Bangsamoro Basic Law, BBL, and sponsored the Girls Not Brides Act that eliminates child marriages in the country. Recently, Hontiveros inspected a Philippine offshore gaming operator, Pogo, firm in Bamban Tarlac, as it was linked to human trafficking and illegal detention cases. This investigation is ongoing, involving Alice Guo, a former mayor of Bamban who was unveiled to be manipulating her Filipino citizenship. In essence, Hontiveros pursues to be an agent of change to the least, last and lost, raising the flag of the LGBTQ community, advocating for the dignity of womanhood, and prevailing justice for the unheard victims. She is a woman, mother, advocate, senator, and a speaker of truth. In every law she leans into, she makes sure it is for the benefit of every citizen, making her a hero of every Filipino.